You have insurance to protect your cell phone, your car, and even your home. But is your most important asset protected? Your life. Hi, I'm Rebecca Foote from the Rebecca Foote Mortgage Team, and today we have another expert advisor with us. We have Joe Rodgers from Grove Financial and Associates. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us today about life insurance.
Oh, I appreciate it, Rebecca. Thank you.
So, talk to me, how did you get into this industry?
Was lucky enough to graduate from Shippensburg University. That's kind of what brought me down to this area. And then after graduation, got into the insurance industry and kind of took the mindset that I wanted to specialize in one thing. There's a lot of agents out there that do all different types of insurance, and I have a passion for the product, a belief in the product, and kind of just took the niche and ran with it from there.
So where's your passion come from?
When I was younger, I actually lost my grandfather, and that kind of gave me the exposure to life insurance because he didn't have any. So I saw what that did to our family. I saw what we had to go through to even pay the final expenses. So the life insurance would have been a key part to making that tough situation a lot easier.
Sure.
And it just kind of created that need for me and the belief in how important the product really is.
Well, it's important to have that passion, your why behind what you're doing. So I love that. So some of our viewers may not know exactly what life insurance is, so can you give us the rundown?
Yeah, to boil it down as simple as possible, there's two primary types of life insurance. There's term insurance and permanent insurance. Now, under both of those, there's a lot of different varieties and companies that represent all different types of the life insurance and either side of it. But to keep it as simple as possible, term insurance is temporary, so it lasts for a window of time. You can buy a 10-year term, 20-year term insurance, 30-year, whatever the scenario needs, you can purchase that. But at the end of that window of time, you're not going to get anything back out of it. Term insurance is a great way to get a high face amount for a very inexpensive price because it has an end date. The other side of the spectrum is permanent insurance. Very similar to what you do in the mortgage industry, permanent insurance is there forever. So every month that you make a premium payment, you actually build a little bit more equity in the policy. It grows over time just like a mortgage would, just like the value of your house would. So that product also comes at a premium difference. So permanent insurance is a little bit more expensive than term insurance, and I find a lot of my clients end up blending both of them together. They love the concept of permanent, but they don't love the price.
Sure.
So it's one of those things that, most importantly, when I'm talking to clients, we have to make sure you're protected for the right amount. The type of insurance doesn't matter when the claim gets paid. It's the face amount that's most important. So working through a lot of questions and some scenarios with clients, that's how I uncover you might need $400,000 worth of coverage, but the next client might need $1.2 million. In 13 plus years, I haven't had the same conversation twice because every scenario is different.
So basically, you're talking to the clients and you're looking at things that, okay, if mom or dad doesn't come home and now you lost that paycheck, you need to be able to pay the mortgage. You want to take care of the family, maybe send the children to college, right?
All those things.
You know, what's going to happen long term to that family is what you're looking at.
Yeah, and no one wants to talk about this.
No.
No one wants to have this conversation, but when you start getting into your life, purchasing a house, having a family, getting married, you have to have the conversation.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that I have a lot of clients that do some homework and research online before I get together with them. It's great because they have questions and I'm able to answer those questions for them. But to me, having the conversation, having the tough conversation, this is me. You've known me for a lot of years.
Yes, I have.
This is me when I'm sitting in front of a client. This is me sitting in your office today. So we're going to get to the bottom of what we need to. We might laugh once or twice, but we're going to have the tough conversation and we're going to leave the scenario knowing you're protected.
Absolutely. So a good time to review this is, like you said, buying a house.
Yep. I like to use the phrase life-changing events. So when you get out of college, when you purchase your first home, if you change jobs, a lot of the times people will say, I've got life insurance at work. That's great. A lot of my clients have life insurance at work, but if you leave that place of employment or retire, that insurance stays there most of the time. So changing jobs, or if you get ready to retire, like I said, purchasing the house, and especially most important, if we're expecting. If the family's starting to grow, if you're having children, that's most important when you really need to have the conversation about what needs to be protected.
And it's life insurance, correct me if I'm wrong, getting it at a younger age, you're going to pay less than if you wait till you're 80.
Absolutely. The two components to life insurance that I can never overcome is age and health. So the younger you purchase it, the healthier in theory we're going to be, and the less expensive it's going to be. So a 23-year-old is going to get a heck of a lot more insurance than a 63-year-old for the same premium out of pocket, just because that's how the product is designed. The younger you are, the cheaper it is.
It makes sense. I mean, it's also usually the hardest time. Like I tell
Correct.
people, prepay on your mortgage.
Yep.
The earlier you do it, the better. But that's usually the hardest time for people.
Yep. So, and that's where being a completely independent agent and working with Grove Financial, I've got a lot of different products. I've got a lot of companies that I represent. I'm not just a captive agent with one company. So Grove Financial doesn't care where I place the business. They want me to do what's right for the client. Plenty of times throughout the course of a week, I'll write one policy with one carrier, another policy with another, just because that's what the scenario called for.
Sure.
So, and being able to shop that insurance out, get it while they're young, lock in the price, because the price doesn't go up over time. So again, like you said, your mortgage payment. That mortgage payment technically shouldn't change. So just like a permanent insurance policy, the younger you purchase it, it's locked in. So it's something that you can count on, budget around, and know that it's never going to change.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add?
No, I mean, to me, I like I said, I appreciate the opportunity, but to me, I believe in the product. I love the companies that I represent. I've got a lot of great connections in the industry, so having those conversations with clients, I'm providing the peace of mind. They know that they're protected. It's not a fun conversation to have, but it's one that if you care about your family, love the people that you're with, you have to have the product.
Absolutely. So if somebody wants to get in touch with you, how would they do that?
Yeah, my cell phone's going to be best because, as you know, I'm on the road a lot.
Yeah.
That's 570-337-3565.
And I do remember you 13 years ago getting into the industry.
I know.
Way back when. We go way back, Joe.
I got a lot of stories we could tell.
Well, thank you for coming today and telling us all about life insurance. And if you need any other financial advice or just advice in general, we deal with lots of attorneys, financial planners. There's lots of other videos that you can check out other expert advice at. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. And I'm Rebecca Foote, the Rebecca Foote Mortgage Team, Joe Rodgers from Grove Financial. And thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.